Welcome to this explainer. Every once in a while, you stumble across a book that just completely rewires how you see the world. A story that basically shakes up the entire way you look at your own life, your goals, and your day-to-day reality. Well, today we're diving into a story by Paulo Coelho that does exactly that. We are going to explore the absolute core lessons of a narrative that has spread like wildfire all over the globe and uncover its profound message together. 65 million. Just let that number sink in for a second. That is how many people have read this deeply impactful book. To put that into perspective, we are talking about a scale of readership that is incredibly rare. 65 million unique individuals who have picked up this specific text and absorbed the very life lessons we're about to break down today. And the impact doesn't stop there. Translated into over 80 languages worldwide, this is a literal global phenomenon. When a story crosses over 80 different linguistic and cultural barriers, it proves one undeniable thing. Its core message resonates universally. It speaks to a fundamental part of the human experience, regardless of where you're from. Section 1. The Shepherd's Dream. A simple start. This whole thing kicks off with just 3 super basic elements: a boy, his sheep, and a dream. It's a wonderfully straightforward premise, but seriously, don't let that fool you. These 3 simple components are masking a life lesson that I promise you I will never forget. It's basically the entire engine of our explainer today. Listen to the sheer optimism of this idea. People are capable at any time in their lives of doing what they dream of. This perfectly sets the stage for our hero, Santiago. He's a humble shepherd boy from Spain. He really doesn't have much, but he holds on to this exact, powerful capability. So Santiago has this one major, all-consuming dream: to find a treasure located far, far away at the Egyptian pyramids. And his simple dream introduces us to the absolutely crucial concept we're exploring today: the personal legend. It's the specific task or ultimate purpose a person was put into this world to accomplish. It is, quite literally, the very reason you are here. Section 2. The personal legend. Discovering purpose. So how does he figure this out? Well, it all happens through a totally pivotal encounter. One day, Santiago has this fateful meeting with a mysterious old king who reveals exactly what he was put on this earth to do. Santiago learns his true life purpose, and crucially, this is the big part: he commits to the journey. But let's be real here. Committing to such a grand purpose, that is terrifying. There is only one thing that makes a dream impossible to achieve: the fear of failure. This fear is the single biggest roadblock to realizing our personal legends. It's the only thing that renders the impossible truly impossible. Section 3. Trials of the journey. Facing the unknown. Selling his sheep, Santiago takes this immense leap of faith. Day 1, he leaves Spain just totally full of purpose. But a few weeks later, he gets robbed in Africa and loses absolutely everything. Yet, he keeps going. Months later, he's enduring this harsh, unforgiving environment, crossing the Sahara Desert. Finally, literally years later, after immense struggle, he reaches the pyramids. Now, a lot of folks would just pack it in right there. But despite losing it all so early, Santiago's reaction defines his entire journey. He flat out refuses to go home. Instead, he works incredibly hard. He falls in love, and ultimately, he encounters the Alchemist, who's described as the wisest man in the world. So how do you actually survive a gauntlet like that? You realize that, quote, the secret of life is to fall 7 times and to get up 8 times. It's all about that relentless, stubborn refusal to stay down when the journey completely knocks you off your feet. Section 4. The ultimate treasure. The final revelation. Okay, picture this. You've reached the end of that brutal timeline we just walked through. You've endured the desert, the robberies, the years of relentless travel. Santiago finally reaches the pyramids. He gets down on his knees, digs into the sand for his treasure, and finds absolutely nothing. Imagine that devastation. His hands are completely empty. But then, an incredible twist of fate happens. It's only through a passing stranger's mistake that Santiago receives the final piece of the puzzle. This stranger inadvertently blurts out the true location. The treasure was actually buried back where his journey began. It was sitting at his own home the entire time. No way, right? Think about the incredible contrast here. He expected a physical box of gold located thousands of miles away in Egypt, but the real treasure was twofold. Yes, actually, it was the literal gold waiting at home, but much more importantly, it was the journey itself and the resilient, worldly person he had become in the process of seeking it out. The journey itself was the vital mechanism, and it leaves us with this beautiful, profound truth. Wherever your heart is, there you will find your treasure. Your ultimate reward isn't merely some geographical destination or a shiny physical object. It's deeply connected to your own internal journey, your passions, and your heart. Section 5. Your Hidden Dream. Reflecting Inward. We've spent this time looking at Santiago's map, but what about yours? What is your personal legend, and what dream have you not chased simply because of that fear of failure we discussed earlier? Seriously, ask yourself what is truly holding you back from your own incredible journey. The potential for your own ultimate treasure is waiting out there, but taking that first step, well, that is entirely up to you. Thank you for joining me on this explainer, and keep seeking your legend.